All right, everybody, I've got a really good story to tell you here. It was kind of scary. Everything's fine now, but I'm just recording this. But I'll tell you my story, but I'm going to turn the camera back around, I hope. So I was coming down off of Prayer Mountain. I just came up to visit for a little while to get out of my house that I'm in, which is really secluded. So it came down to familiar territory and... Oh, please. Okay, look. So I was coming off the mountain. I was just trying to get home, all right? And then I'm going down this little single lane road, but right back there, this guy, they were doing landscaping, and they parked a big truck with a trailer to block the lane right there near where the tree is. So I just got out of my car, and I went over to him, and I said, you know, can you move your truck? But it ends up, I didn't want to drive through the lady's yard to get around, and got this house right here, very nice house, nice yard. And so he said, my buddy's got the keys, but you could probably back up and go up this, turn around in this driveway right here, okay? So I'm coming from here. It's a beautiful view back there, actually. All right, so he says, okay, back up in this driveway. And so I was like, okay, no problem, I can do that, no problem. So, because there was another way around, which I actually thought was blocked. So anyway, I get it up in this driveway, and I'm trying to make like a 3-point turn, basically. But then all of a sudden, we realize this, you can't see it, there's no way you can tell the depth of this, but you can see, if you can see how tall that ridge is, it comes over here. So right where you turn out of this driveway, you can see the height now, okay? So I was worried about turning around and scraping my car, so this teenager is trying to help me. And I go, and so then I'm going up. I go up as far as I can. You can see the grass and the trees right here. All right, but now you're going to see. You can see if you see the tire marks, that's where I didn't know I was off the road. He was supposedly helping me, you know, back up, turn this way, turn that way. And he's like a teenage kid, but he's a mountain boy. So anyway, I ended up right there where my front tire wouldn't get out, and my car was about 4 inches from that tree, and the back tire was a little bit raised off the ground. So anyway, then we had to ask this nice lady if she knew anybody that had a rope, a tow rope, or whatever they call it, a strap, they call it a strap. And so then she called her neighbor who's up on this Apple Hill, and she said, my neighbor's got a truck, which was like a F-150, and a rope, a strap. So he comes over here. But the crazy thing about this, y'all, is how scary it was. Like, thank God for the trees. Like, I probably wouldn't have gone as far as I did knowing that those trees were there, but I had no idea how soft. Actually, it did rain, of course, last night, but I didn't know. Oh my gosh, that was a big drop off right there. It's a shoulder. I had no idea. So anyway, I'm stuck. Like, my car was stuck, like going that way across. And it looked like a terrible situation, because how are you going to pull that out? I mean, it just wasn't a straight line to pull it out. So anyway, the interesting thing to me is that the lady, I have to back up a little bit, because it was like 3 months ago when I woke up in the middle of the night. It wasn't the middle of the night. I just woke up in the morning. But the last thing I heard was Pastor Mark Brown. Pastor Mark Brown. I just kept hearing this voice say, Pastor Mark Brown. And I've had that happen a couple of times. And I literally asked my friends, what do I do? I'm like hearing this voice, and some of you are watching, but try to look up Pastor Mark Brown. There's several of them in the country. So I didn't know what to do. I had to just write it down and just leave it at that. So anyway, so when this lady looks into, she said, okay, I got a neighbor with a tow rope or a strap and a truck, a red truck. So look for a red truck. So the guys had to move their truck, and there's their stuff back there. They had to move their stuff for Pastor Mark Brown to get around. And so then, well, that's the name of the guy. She said the guy's name is Pastor Mark Brown, right? So anyway, I was like, whoa, Pastor Mark Brown. I remember that name. So then this guy pulled me out like he pulled me out. That was amazing. Like, we had to do it just right. I had to keep my foot on the brake until we got the tension on the rope, and then take the emergency brake was on, and I was still about to roll forwards. And it was very scary to me. Like, I haven't been that scared in a long time. But anyway, his name was Pastor Mark Brown. So I told him at the end, he helped me get to safety. He literally pulled my car with the emergency brake on, because for some reason I couldn't get it dislodged. And I finally did, but I just gave him my card. He gave me his card. We still have no idea why we were supposed to meet, besides him pulling me out of that ditch on a mountain. So anyway, I had the pleasure of meeting Pastor Mark Brown, and he prayed for me and had some good stories for me. So